But here for the Aces, do not forget about Kelsey Plum. Her first 7 games, not so well. Her first 5 games, not so well. But the last 2, she's done an incredible job shooting 8 for 13 from three-pointer with 61% from the field goal.
As we look at our starting lineups, we want to welcome those of you that just watched the Wings defeat the Mercury. We're ready for the Mystics and the Aces. For the Mystics, Cloud, Tolliver, Sanders, Atkins, and Deladon. For the Aces, it's the usual suspects across the board. Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, Liz Cambage, Kayla McBride, and A'ja Wilson. Take us through our opening tip, Risha Brown.
Tonight we'll have the Clash of the Titans. You see such competitive action in the WNBA, and the Washington team ranks at the top with offensive efficiency. Their execution, they have few turnovers, but the Las Vegas Aces have ranked #1 in defensive efficiency, shutting down a lot of the teams that they've played. So we'll see tonight who will actually win and push through. Something's got to give.
Well, I tell you what, the offense of the Mystics looked pretty fantastic the other day against the Los Angeles Sparks. It was a 29-point win. 13 made threes, forced them into 27 turnovers, 20 steals. It was something to behold.
They did a great job in putting the pressure on the Sparks. But here against the Las Vegas Aces, we're going to see how they do against that big tandem of Liz Cambage and A'ja Wilson.
We've seen the Aces really come through a bit of a transformation over the last week to 10 days. The turnovers that they had early on, 2 back-to-back games with 21 turnovers, a little bit more of a thing of the past, it looked like, as their rotations were much more crisp last week here against the Liberty and on the road.
And they're really getting to know one another. You think about the pieces that were added at the end. We have a couple of new pieces, but Liz Cambage came in right before the season started. So the team has to get to know one another, offensively and defensively.
They like to kick it out and hit the 3 like that.
Every time she's in her spot. She's had that rhythm we spoke of, hitting the 5 threes against LA. But tonight, the Aces got to do a great job of being physical with her and getting into her body.
Right up over the top of Liz Cambage. Mike Thibault, head coach of the Washington Mystics. Boy, if you're talking about a man who's got some basketball history. Winning as coach in the WNBA history, but let's just start with the fact that he brought Michael Jordan into the NBA. How about that? Drop the mic, right?
Basketball knows no gender or limits, and he's done a great job of doing great things on both sides of the game.
Plum with Tolliver on her, Cambage. Coming right through. Hang all over her if you want.
And she's used to the contact we talked about when she first came back. She was saying she'd been bumped, but now she's grown accustomed to taking those hits.
Travel. There's the up, down, hesitation. Bill Laimbeer, head coach of the Las Vegas Aces, second year at the helm of the second-year program, franchise, if you will. He's really saying that he's loved the defense of this team. It's such a step up from last year.
And there's so much that can be created. When you play great defense, you get extra possessions. You get a chance to do more with your team. And these Aces are doing a great job of ball movement and reading one another.
Kristi Tolliver over to Deladon. Deladon going right up past Wilson, no foul.
Great contest by A'ja. Kelsey Plum bringing it down.
Popped out of bounds by Atkins. You talked about it earlier. Opposites attract. The offense and the defense of these two teams. You said it best. Something's got to give.
Something has to give tonight. You see the Mystics have done a great job of being great on execution and making sure that they do the small things. Right here you see A'ja Wilson doing A'ja things at the free throw line, getting it up and over the top.
That's no small thing, right? She likes that shot. If you're going to leave it for her, she'll take it every day.
All day, every day.
Rises up and drains it. It's good for 2.
And the shooters for the Mystic are so good that the Aces are going to have to close out long and run them off the spot, not let them get good looks at the basket.
Bumped by Deladon. A'ja Wilson loses the ball. Tolliver. Why not? It looks like she's in a flyby.
And she reads the defense really well. Seeing Liz Cambage coming back, but she fades away to get the shot off.
Tolliver chasing Plum. I was thinking, should she be following Jackie Young in and out? A'ja Wilson getting some work done both on defense and offense.
And you see her right here. Deladon is so versatile that A'ja has to move her feet on offense, on defense. When she comes down on the other side, gets that open look at the basket and nails it for the Aces.
Cloud into Deladon. Deladon unable to get any closer with A'ja Wilson is all over. There's a pride that the Aces have taken in their defense this year. That foul's on Liz Cambage.
And you see the Aces throwing different schemes at the Washington Mystics, just with so much versatility. They make sure they move. You see Liz is right here. She helped when Kelsey Plum was on her and came across, but just too much contact.
BMAC trying to chase there. Sanders, everybody coming in to help. Still nails it.
And that's one of the things they talked about, the efficiency for the Washington Mystics.
Yeah, they're 4 for 5 shooting right now. Jackie Young, wow. Strong denial by Atkins.
Ariel did a great job of staying in front of Atkins on that penetration as she came off the curl from the screen from Liz Cambage. Right there, got her hand on top of the ball. Never able to get her shoulders square.
Cloud loses the ball, coming down, back out to Deladon. A'ja now has to chase. Liz comes in to help. Deladon scores.
And she does a great job of making sure she keeps the ball on the outside with Liz coming to help from the inside.
Cambage up over the top, no good. Second opportunity.
And she keeps looking at the ref. She's taking a lot of contact, but she's able to continue to follow the ball and able to get it up.
Bucket's good. (10-2) Mystics run. Right up the middle. A'ja Wilson drawing the foul. We talked about the bigs in the open. They've gone to work early, starting with Elena Deladon.
Look at this. She's a post player, but she moves like a guard, able to get to the basket at ease. And Liz Cambage, she's so big, she's so strong. She follows her shot, even when she thought she got fouled and was able to finish. And now we have A'ja Wilson at the line.
Aces did a great job at the line versus Minnesota. They were 24 of 27 for the free throw line with that win they got. On the road versus the Lynx this week. This is the second game of 4 on the road for Washington. Deladon. Ooh, that was really cold.
Right now, everything they put up is going in. Even with a hand in the face, the Aces have to do a better job.
7 of 8 from the field for Washington. We've seen a couple of empty possessions from the Aces. Sanders, the defense is there.
Great job by Kayla McBride, making sure she got in front of Sanders.
A'ja denied by Deladon.
The long arm of Elena Deladon contesting that shot and getting her hand on it, making A'ja do something different. For those of you watching on CBSSports.com, our streaming coverage will continue
will conclude after the commercial break, but we will continue on CBS Sports Network. You can find us by going to cbssportsnetwork.com/channel finder. All, including shoot the long ball.
Right over the top of Asia Wilson, hand in face, but she's such a versatile player. But we see her here, even on defense, her arms are long. She has a great body for playing on the inside. She contests and gets her hands on that shot, denies Asia Wilson.
2015 WNBA MVP, three-time WNBA All-Star starter. Cambage used to having two hanging on her, split right between them. She had to wait for it.
Just with her version of the Delle Donne, the up and under, splitting two defenders.
Tolliver, the Delle Donne baseline past Cambage.
Great defense by the Aces initially, that last rotation, not able to shut down that baseline.
Asia Wilson with Delle Donne behind her. Liz just trying to get through the muck. Take us through the scouting report on Elena Delle Donne.
She's already shown us who he is, but we look at Elena Delle Donne and we see that she is versatile. She can dribble left-handed, right-handed, shoot inside, outside, and she's aggressive. She reads her defense and puts pressure on them to make the adjustments, but she's also efficient, making sure she gets the best shot at the best time for her team.
You know, when you say she's already shown us who she is, my saying is when somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
The first time.
Yeah, exactly. Sugar Rogers enters the game for the Aces. Give me some sugar.
Right on cue. She shows how sweet it is. She comes in off the bench ready to put it up. That's her job here for the Aces.
Like nothing. Plum pestering Cloud. Runs into the wall that is Delle Donne. Plum is taking a lot of pride in her defense. Back out there. A lot of pride in her defense. Delle Donne. It's good, though, before the buzzer.
Up and under, even at the three-point line. Able to get Kelsey Plum off her feet and nail the jumper.
Sugar. Here comes Plum for three. Oh, the rim robbed her. Let's take a look at the long ball, starting with Sugar, fresh off the bench.
Right off the bench, catch and shoot. She's got one of the quickest releases in the league. But then we come down on the other end. Delle Donne contested, got Kelsey Plum off of her feet, and still knocks it down.
Liz Cambage picks up her second foul, and so she is out for right now, and in comes Dearica Hamby. Hamby, a terrific defender. She's got a big, tall task, and made even more tough by the fact that she wasn't at shoot-around today. She fell ill last night.
Yeah, spent the night in the hospital, able to come back this morning and go home and get some rest. Not at practice this morning, but ready to do her best.
It's a block the second she comes in. Uh-oh.
Here you see Hamby, fresh in, right there, getting her activity going on and getting her fingers on that ball from Kristi Tolliver.
Baseline, Hamby waiting for her, leaving her feet. What? Sugar.
Right now, the Aces looking a little defunct and not getting able to get the rotations together. Ticky-tack fouls being called. We see here as Atkins penetrates.
Oh. I didn't see anything.
I can't make a statement. I'm not sure. Looks like she lost her balance. But Sugar Rogers was in the vicinity, and the referees gave her a foul.
Atkins making the most of her time at the line, hits the first one, and nails the second. Eight-point lead for the Mystics. Catch, turn, shoot. Shot clock. They changed the shot clock to 12. Let's take a look at this foul.
Oh, when she goes up, her leg hits Sugar Rogers, and the ref called the foul. But Sugar was standing straight. But there was some contact.
Dearica pestered. Plum, long three.
Great hustle by Dearica, not able to get it into one of her own teammates. But the Aces are not, well, they did it on defense.
Yeah, it was Tiana Hawkins' great defense that flummoxed Dearica Hamby. Coming the other way. Grab it. Tamara Young entering the game now. There's a lot. It's a quick pace. A lot of whistles early on.
That's going to impact the Aces with their rotations. But the pace definitely plays a huge part for them.
And that they like to run it fast.
Absolutely. Up and down the court.
Of course, Washington with the top-rated offense in the league. They're efficient. Asia, turn, drained it. Deladon out right now. Christy Tolliver, I was just thinking she's going to pull in three. Yes, she is.
She's such a smart point guard. She saw that Asia Wilson was sitting behind three.
Asia, the long arms.
She did a great job of absorbing the pressure, but taking her time and gathering herself.
That one's front of the iron from Tolliver. A whistle away from the ball. Foul is on Tiana Hawkins, her first.
The word around the league is that they want to be physical with Asia Wilson. Tiana Hawkins looked like she was trying to do that, but she was just a little too much.
Tamara Young. We have seen more balls off the iron. Fouls on Kelsey Plum, her first.
You see the Mystics taking advantage of this fast pace because they can run the floor too, get down the court, get shots up, and are able to play well in transition against the Aces.
Plum out for the moment. Sydney Colson enters. Satori Walker-Kimbo. Everybody that's coming off the bench is announcing themselves, both sides. I mean, every bench player that's come in has made an impact immediately. Here's Hamby. When I asked Bill Laimbeer what he needs from Hamby today, he said he needs to make that shot. I asked him defense. He said she's always bringing her defense. She needs to start making those shots because Satori Walker-Kimbo made another.
And the Aces have to figure out a way to slow down this Washington Mystics team. They are doing a great job of getting baskets up.
Mystics on an early roll. An 11-point lead for Washington in the house. Mandalay Bay Events Center action continuing on the other side of this break. Washington ended the first quarter on a 12-4 run. Aces looking to find some offense. Hines Allen pushing A'ja Wilson, keeping her away from the basket. Hamby for three. There she goes.
She worked on that shot right before the game.
Hines Allen trying to back up Sugar. Aerial Powers. No good, but draws the foul, and that's on Sugar.
And the Aces have done a great job of their defensive schemes, getting the Mystics just a little bit frazzled, but they always find a way to get a shot up at the buzzer, and this time even with a foul call on Sugar Rogers.
That's the second foul on Sugar Rogers. Mike Thibault telling me that Aerial Powers, when she came from Dallas, they played a lot of one-on-one basketball there, she felt. And he said, you know, it's been the thing that takes a few years to get somebody used to. He's happy with the way that Powers has evolved during her time with the Mystics. Don't hold it, use some spacing. Colson has some room, goes inside, off the feet.
Right there, Sydney Colson has got to shoot that ball. A'ja Wilson already had two people on her. Sid had a look at the basket. She's got to be confident enough to get that up on the glass.
6 seconds on the shot clock. Hamby. Shot's got to go from Colson. Now she's got the outside shot she has to take. Now you want that inside shot you had.
Wish she had taken that layup. And you check the stats right now with this game going on, and we talked about efficiency for the Washington Mystics. They're shooting 67%, 80% from the three, and 100% from the free throw line.
That's efficient. Powers, all the room in the world coming in. Aces closed. Uh-oh. Stolen by Sydney Colson. Crowd in the house. Energized by it. Stepping out of bounds, though.
The Aces can't get anything going their way. They hustle on the defensive play. They get a rebound. They get a steal, but still not able to capitalize on the turnover.
Walker Kimbrough just trying to fight through it all. Hawkins with the eventual bucket. Man, it's congested down low.
The Mystics doing a great job of being physical with the Aces. They look like they're leading in offense and defensive efficiency tonight.
We talked about how congested it is down there. Talk us through it.
And you see, A'ja has people coming from every direction. They know she's a threat, so they've got to put people in front of her, beside her, behind her. She ends up on the line, but a great job by Washington, not letting her get an easy shot.
Open outside is Sanders. Comes up short. Tiana Hawkins comes out of nowhere for that rebound. There were aces around there.
And you can't beat the hustle. She worked really hard on it to get the ball. Referee calls side out. The clock went out. The shot clock down on the Aces end.
Hawkins all heart and hustle there. Comes in out of nowhere to grab that rebound as Aces were underneath waiting for it. Then second and third effort to get the bucket.
And all over the Energizer Bunny for the Aces, you had Dearica Hamby standing right there, and she flew in and took that.
Teams talking with their coaches while the clock issues being addressed.
Maybe the Aces can use this time to regather, recoup themselves, and get a good offensive play into the second quarter. And here you say there was a miscommunication between Sugar Rogers and Asia, and the shot went up, but Hawkins came in flying from the top of the key. Dearica Hamby didn't see her, and she was able to still get up and get that off the glass and in.
This Mystics team, amongst the things that they did well the other day, they had a franchise high 20 steals. 9 different Mystics stole the ball.
And clearly it's the system. You see what coach has them doing. They're rotating. Everybody is there to get a hand in. When the ball goes inside, they collapse and make sure they are contesting the bigs hand in front.
Clock issue is fixed. Aces trailing by 13. Their ball. A'ja Wilson trying to get free. The pestering defense of Washington eventually pays dividends. Powers comes up with it.
Their help side defense is impeccable.
And a turnover on the other end. Great series by Washington. Great defense, a stop, and then a turnover.
And they continue to get better just as well with their bench players coming in. They don't lose a step. Everybody's just as intense. Make sure they're doing a great rotation on the backside and stepping up and making the shots, not just taking these shots for the Mystics.
Elena Delle Donne re-enters. She has 10 of the team's 36 points. Cambage still out with her 2 fouls. Cambage and Wilson have 17 of the Aces' 23, so they need some help. The rest of the team has only scored 6. Cambage and Tolliver having a friendly chat on the side. Cloud. But again, another opportunity.
The slightest hesitation by the defense, and there'll be a shot going up.
5 seconds on the shot clock for Washington. Powers curling around, just what you said. Foul, shot up at the buzzer.
Every time they get a chance to go to the basket, they get it down all the way to 2 seconds. Right here, Ty wasn't in position to help as Ariel was coming, and A'ja had to come across. Hands on, and they're back at the line where they're 100%.
A'ja going to get a break. Elizabeth Cambage re-entering the game. They continue to be 100% from the line. 6 for 6 are the Washington Mystics from the free throw line today. What a nice looking play that was, but the block waiting for it.
Camby a little too unselfish. Once again, she had the shot. Liz Cambage is there for the rebound should she miss it.
It's a 20-8 Washington run. Damar Young up over the top of Liz Cambage's back.
Liz set the perfect screen and got her own teammate open, and Ty just shot right over the top.
That's building a wall. Another foul. 13-point lead for the Mystics. Denied down low was De'Erica Hamby. But then building the wall, Cambage and Ty Young right over the top. Let's get caught up. Washington, 51% from the floor shooting.
We talked about the defense of the Aces. Typically they hold their opponent under 40%. Tonight struggling. Elena Delle Donne doing what she does. 10 points, but doing it from everywhere. 3-pointers from the line. Also penetrating to the basket. But Liz Cambage, she's coming to work. She's fighting the pressure and getting through the defense. 8 points up for the Aces.
K-Mac re-entered the game. Kayla McBride. A'ja dumping it inside to Liz Cambage, but no bucket. Foul is on Kristi Tolliver.
A'ja saw a mismatch down there. Tolliver had nothing to do but foul.
5'7", 6'8", yep. A'ja, 15 feet, comes up short.
And that shot she's used to making right on her left side and still not able to put it in for the Aces.
Well, it doesn't feel like there's any kind of an Aces shooting rhythm, that's for sure. Here goes K-Mac. Kayla McBride's first bucket of the game.
Great pressure on the dead ball by Jackie Young, able to take that away from Ariel Atkins.
A'ja, hard work pays off.
Great pump fake to get her up in the air and gather herself so she can get that shot off over Delle Donne.
Lead reduced to single digits. Mike Thibault calling a timeout. Talk with the Mystics. Fans on their feet in the house as the defensive effort of the Las Vegas Aces pays dividends. Offense on the other end. Try again. A'ja Wilson. Last 4 minutes of the first half, and Washington Mystics have owned the first half with efficient shooting. They're shooting 53% from the field against Las Vegas Aces. A'ja Wilson, double-figure scoring again. She's got 13. But really, it's been Wilson and Cambage. 21 of the Aces, 31 points. Come off their fingers. Here's the stolen ball. Kayla McBride.
And this is where it's going to have to happen for the Aces. Intensity on defense is going to lead to transition opportunities. So the Aces have got to make sure that they are rotating, getting hands and faces of shooters. They cannot continue to let the Washington Mystics get easy looks at the basket.
Second foul for Sanders. Everybody hitting the deck. Looking around at Liz Cambage, talking with her teammates about the play. Foul is on Kayla McBride.
So the Aces have to make sure they keep their intensity up, not get frustrated because they can't get things to work. We know that they did a great job of coming back in a couple of the games, especially against Minnesota. So tonight they're going to have to focus on continuing to play.
Shots up for three. It's short. Sanders, what a great job tipping the ball. Ends up, though, in A'ja Wilson's hands. Plum is on the corner. Cambage turns around and draws the foul. Well, let's take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule on CBS Sports Network tomorrow night. It's the Sparks versus the Storm. That's 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. And then on Sunday on ESPN, it's the Mystics and the Dream, 1 p.m. Eastern time. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. If you don't use the WNBA app, you're missing out. I use it almost every day. It's a great place to see games, be kept up to date on scores, standings, stats. It's got it all. Chrissy Tolliver with a technical. Kayla McBride will shoot it. McBride, a 91% free throw shooter.
You see a sigh of relief for Kayla when it goes in because it hit the front of the rim, the back of the rim, and finally went in. But she's looking to get her stroke, to feel her touch coming back.
Yeah, she had made 22 straight before missing against Minnesota. She and Kelsey Plum, another great free throw shooter. Here's Liz Cambage as the Aces chip away at that lead towards the end of the half. Mystics led by 15.
And in that last timeout, the conversation was about the rotation. What do you do to make sure you get a hand in face? Right now, the Aces need a defensive stop, and they're right back in this game.
Yeah, Aces on an 11-3 run. Deladon. Smooth move.
There's that versatility. She's able to pump fake and get A'ja up and then penetrate to the basket like a guard.
Yeah, 15 points in 13 minutes for Elena Deladon. Tolliver. She wanted that one. Picks up another foul.
And you just see a different type of intensity, a defensive intensity and pressure by the Washington Mystics. They are closing out long to every pass. No matter who gets the ball, they are putting pressure, making them have to think about what the next thing is they'll do.
WNBA All-Star voting is now underway, and there's a number of ways you can vote for your favorite players. You can log on to WNBA.com, or you can vote on your smartphone from the WNBA app. You can also vote using Google and search WNBA All-Star Vote. Voting ends on July 9th, and you can watch the All-Star Game live from here in Vegas on July 27th on ABC. So we just gave you a whole bunch of ways to vote. And there's a lot of great stars on the floor tonight. Liz Cambage out, Dearica Hamby back in. A'ja 5 of 6 from the free throw line today. 15 points, she and Deladon each with 15. Liz Cambage double figure scoring again with 10 points. She's sitting down now.
See, the Aces crowd knows what has to happen here. A defensive stop for the Aces would help put them in a great position.
I was waiting for that Tolliver three. That's when she usually hits them. She's made one from beyond the arc so far, Christy Tolliver has. Hamby, denied.
She usually gets great production out of that move, but the help caused her to hesitate.
Hawkins doing the hard work. Hawkins taking the charge. Tiana Hawkins impacting this game in a number of ways. Take a look at this.
Bill and Asia both asking, was she not inside the restricted area?
No.
You just don't see the fluidity for the Aces in their offense.
Disrupted pass, but recovered. Hamby running through to get a hand in the face. Natasha Cloud. K-Mac. Uh-oh, Tolliver, I think I just saw a little smile cross her lips. She's got plans. Things got messy here late, Rusha.
There is nothing that the Aces can get going. That's a shot that Kelsey Plum in the last 2 games has been able to knock down. Transition 3. We have Kayla McBride going to the basket. Like, they're just a little out of sync.
Ariel Atkins around the back of Deladon, trying to get baseline, denied by Hamby. 3 seconds.
Once again, the defensive pressure by the Aces gives them another possession. But what will they do on offense in order to close this gap? They're still only down 9 points. Oh, a technical. Defensive 3 seconds.
Tebow calls a timeout for his Washington Mystics. 39 seconds remaining. 10-point lead for the Mystics. Lead was as large as 15. Aces have come back and then lost it. Elena Deladon proving that she has earned her resume, if you will, having a great game again today, and she's one of the best to play this game ever. Second overall pick in the 2013 draft. She came in and did not disappoint as Rookie of the Year. 2 years later, the league MVP, a 5-time All-Star, Elena Deladon. And nobody scored 3,000 points faster than Elena Deladon. She's still just so impactful.
Bill Laimbeer emphasizing to his team that they have to just play within the system and not try to do too much, because when they're out of position and taking shots that people are not ready for, there's no offensive presence on the board for the Aces. So right now they have to figure out how to get a good stop and get one last possession.
Well, Elena Deladon making it awfully hard to get one last good possession. Hawkins, beautiful movement from Washington.
And it's so easy for the Mystics because every penetration brings an additional defender for the Aces, but there's always somebody filling that spot and coming in and getting an easy shot.
Hamby for 3. Dearica Hamby is 2 for 2 from deep.
And it's rare that the Aces have gotten easy looks at the basket. That one, she was wide open. Now on defense, what will
Atkins? So smooth, Ariel Atkins. It's another long ball. She's got 10 points, and that'll end the half. Mystics shooting 50% from beyond the arc, 6 of 12, and the long ball over 50% from the field. Washington Mystics go into the halftime with a big lead. Rusha standing by with Asia Wilson.
Asia's really physical out there tonight. What are you feeling from the defense?
They're doing all the right things. They're playing us honest, and we just got to capitalize and break down their defense. Not just go for the first open look, but just continue to keep moving the basketball and keep trying to find our way.
And you guys on defense, it looks like they're getting a couple of easy shots. You had a great scheme, but what do you feel like when you're playing defense against the Mystics?
We just got to communicate a lot more. That's pretty much it, just knowing and trusting our teammates are behind us. But, I mean, that comes from communication, hearing them and knowing that they're back there. So once we get to talking out there, I think everything's going to fall into place.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The buckets where she can. Hawkins sent to the floor as A'ja Wilson doing the work. But as she said, the communication is key. They've got a halftime to regroup. Aces trailing. Aces assistant coach Kelly Raymond had the scout for the Mystics. She's standing by with Rusha Brown.
Coach, we see that the Mystics are getting some good looks at the basket. What can the Aces do better on defense?
Well, I just think, when they're hitting open shots, that's not good defense. So we just need to do a better job of our rotations and communicating. And as long as we have a hand in their face when they shoot it, I think we'll do a little bit better there.
And the consistency on offense for the Aces, what are you looking for in the second half?
Well, we just need to move the ball around. Right now, we're not using our strength, which is pounding the ball inside. And then when that isn't open, finding the backside. So I think ball movement for sure.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Well, we'll see if ball movement has improved. I tell you what, Washington certainly has been moving the ball very well on the other side of things. Mystics, game 2 of a 4-game road trip. They really only have 1 of 7 at home during this big stretch. They've made 6 threes today. They made 13 on Tuesday against Los Angeles. They take more than anybody else, but boy, they are falling today. You'll remember, of course, that this Washington Mystics team was in the finals versus the Storm last season. You got to be careful of Washington coming out for a quick start. Looking back to Tuesday's game against the Sparks, they hit 3 deep balls in the first 4 minutes versus the Sparks on Tuesday. Inside, batted away by Cloud. You feel Washington, you can feel it right now. They're still playing with some urgency, even with the lead. Delle Donne.
Competition, and you see Ariel right there in her corner with her feet set, wide open. It is impossible for the Aces to have a good showing if they cannot close out on the shots.
K-Mac trying to go under, not going to happen with Delle Donne at this point. Bats it away, another empty possession for Vegas.
Just zero fluidity for the Aces.
Chance to regroup. Strong pass inside by Kelsey Plum. A'ja Wilson turns around, comes up short. 3 times down the floor.
And nobody on the offensive boards for the Aces. The foul on Kelsey Plum. She had Kristi Toliver wrapped up. Hard to decide which way she's going to go.
Atkins just pulls up, doesn't fall. Buckets haven't been falling for Washington either over there. They just haven't been turnovers. Young, all the way in, no good. Cambage on the follow.
Jackie Young is getting some strong penetrations to the basket, not able to get anything to go down. It's causing her to hesitate on her jump shot that she's open at too. But luckily Liz Cambage was there for the rebound and putback.
Deladon for three. Cambage in front of her. Off the mark. Plum recovers.
The Washington Mystics find a way to keep a hand in face. No open looks.
What a pass by Plum over to Asia. Cambage surrounded but gets the bounce.
Arms above everyone else. She's able to get that shot off. And the Aces are still pushing, still staying tight enough.
No look to Oliver. Sanders, quick feet.
Great read, patience, penetrating hard to the left-hand side. Got Liz Cambage up in the air, stopped her, went up and under.
Everybody collapsing on Asia. Jackie all alone. Shot not falling. McBride for two.
Jackie spent some time this week working on that shot, getting a little more arc on it. She's been shooting flat, but luckily it came right back to K-Mac, able to put it in quick. Hopefully she'll get her stroke back together.
Cloud, straight at it. Aces were able to get it going a little bit. Great pass from Plum.
She did a great job of reading the defense. Asia's open and able to dump it in to Liz over the top of everyone else.
Cloud is everywhere, is she not?
Hustling, working, her intensity, trying to get this ball. She does a great job on offense as well, making sure she's getting to the right spots. That Mystics defense is swarming, especially when the Aces get in that corner. They're trying to trap her in that corner, that baseline place with second defender.
Nothing falling for the Aces. Plum's 0 for 5. Young 0 for 5. McBride 2 for 7. Deladon. Shots off. McBride, Plum, and Young 2 for 17 combined. They'll start falling. There's one.
Luckily for the Aces, the Mystics have missed a couple of shots, and with that shot, Kayla McBride pulls them in to within 8 points.
Cloud, beautiful penetration, kick back out to Sanders. Shot's no good though. Plum gets a piece of it, tips it towards Cambage, and Las Vegas on a 9-2 run. Plum. Looks like they got a piece of her hand, but no call. Tolliver. Nothing falling for them either. Quick.
And the Mystics have to call a timeout with that run by the Aces. 6 points down. You see Kayla McBride right in front of Ariel Atkins, knocks it down. And then with a great pass to Asia Wilson, streaking down the court with a one-handed layup.
(11-2) Vegas run before the break. They're back within 6 since the first time in the 3-minute mark in the first quarter. It has been all Washington. Jackie Young on Atkins. Great screen set. Couldn't get around her.
She's so smart about where she pulls up to take that shot. One more dribble and she's right in front of Liz Cambage. So she comes right off of the screen and puts it up.
I didn't see the call. Let's take a look at that play before with the screen.
Right here, great screen. But Liz Cambage is at the free throw line. So Atkins comes right to inside the three. Nails it. No contest.
Tolliver pass, baseline, no good. Right into the hand of Elena Delle Donne. Still 10 seconds remaining.
It's so frustrating to work so hard on defense and not come away with the basket and get them another offensive attempt to drain a basket.
CBS Sports Network tomorrow night. The Sparks and the Storm, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Sunday on ESPN, the Mystics and the Dream, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. A nice national schedule ahead for the WNBA. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. Foul was on Jackie Young.
Jackie having a tough night of it, both offensively and defensively.
A'ja flying by Delle Donne. She just waits for it and nails it.
Delle Donne is giving everybody wings tonight.
18 points for Elena Delle Donne. Into Cambage. And even that won't go right now. Unbelievable.
Missing the bunnies.
Meanwhile, Rusha, you have fouled out. You have hit me. I am bruised.
Sydney Colson working hard on defense. Here, Sid pulling in close. You see Sanders moving just a little bit, and Sid making the refs have to make a decision.
Making the call, Sydney, as she's hitting the floor. Lead back up to 12, was 6. Ace has been chasing all night. There's a little ball movement we haven't seen much of. Sugar hit the deck, but nothing going in on those bunnies.
The hustle is there, the dive on the floor, the make the right pass, but the layup would not go down.
Foul on A'ja Wilson.
Right now, the Aces cannot keep the Mystics in front of them. Every penetration is actually getting to the basket, and the Mystics are either coming away with a basket or a foul.
Delle Donne converting from the line. Shatori Walker-Kimbrough re-entering the game for Washington. 20 points for Elena Delle Donne. To no one's surprise. McBride. And a turnover. Third quarter, not at all looking the way the Aces had envisioned. Wow.
Here, coming right at you, A'ja Wilson sends the ball and Christy Tolliver.
Tolliver getting up with a smile. I got you right where I want you. Foul attributed to Sydney Colson. A'ja Wilson trying to get inside, but whistle earlier. She's fouled.
A'ja takes the contact going through, gets closed on. She's able to get the foul and the basket. So she'll go to the line to shoot one.
And that ends the 10-0 run the Mystics had been on. Sugar off the mark.
And it seems no matter what the Aces do, the Mystics regather, recoup, and pull away.
I'm not sure who Christy thought was behind her. But they weren't there. They weren't there. I lost it, she says.
She got in the air. It was too late to make that decision. Right now, the Aces being a little too careless with the ball. They've got to go meet the pass because the Mystics are playing really aggressive. So they're trying to get their hands in the passing lanes.
Ooh, that's the kind of turnover that breaks your heart.
You get opportunity after opportunity. And tonight, this entire time, since the beginning of the game, they've not been in sync.
The Aces haven't, but the Mystics certainly have.
The Mystics have done a great job on offense as well as defense.
And they're in a stretch where they're playing only 1 of 7 games at home, the Mystics. So, I mean, these are really big, big games for them. Christy Tolliver drawing another foul. Fouls on Sugar Rogers, her third.
And in the game of basketball, the aggressor gets the advantage. Christy Tolliver went to the hole really strong, put herself in a position where the defense had to do something.
Aisha Hines Allen coming in as Deladon goes out. Ball movement from the Aces, and we haven't seen a ton of it today.
The Mystics have been in their face every time, but this time they're able to swing it across to get it to A'ja for the open jumper.
Turnover for Washington.
A little pressure by the Aces, able to get that ball, get them to make a defensive, make the Mystics make a mistake.
A'ja Wilson rolling on, 23 points for the second-year star. Hines Allen goes the other way.
Up and under. Everybody's jumping to contest the shot. They've got to stay down and just contest from the ground.
Just feed the beast at this point. 3 in a row for A'ja Wilson. She's hungry.
She's found her stroke, doing a great job of getting that ball up and over the top of any defender.
10 of 13 from the field is A'ja Wilson. Tolliver. Sydney Colson. Fouls and then runs into the ref and fouls him.
She's trying to get rid of some frustration, needed to hit somebody.
It's a bad idea to hit Billy Smith. Pro tip.
She's just going to bounce off of him.
That's what happened. Colson out, Plum in.
Wow,
take it, Asia.
Perfectly run play. Asia's able to put a little something on her defense and get to the basket. On the closeout, she gets her on the wrist. Asia feeling good about that one going up.
And makes us pay for it. Big quarter for Asia Wilson. Shot after shot after shot. Mystics still driving. Welcome back, Mystics and Aces. Fourth quarter action about to begin. What a big quarter for Asia Wilson. 13 points in the third quarter.
She did a great job of working her defender and getting open shots and getting right over the top. And she's going to need some help from her teammates this time.
Yep, she's taking a rest right now. Liz Cambage in, along with De'Erica Hamby, Kayla McBride, Sugar Rogers, and Kelsey Plum. Plum
hasn't made a shot tonight. Her stroke has been good up until tonight.
Deladon's stroke has been very good. 22 points. Is that good for three? 23 points for Deladon.
Another example of closing out and running her off the spot. Know where your help is.
Ariel Powers charged with that foul. Aces 9 for 13 from the line. Here's Plum. Comes inside, denied by Powers.
And the Aces can't get an easy look at anything. Sugar Rogers had an open shot and chose to pass it to Plum. And the Aces back on defense.
Rebound grab by Hamby. McBride for three. Deladon, I mean, if she looks up there, it's going in. Bank.
I'm sure it's after 5, but clearly the bank is open.
25 points for Elena Deladon. Now doing the work against Liz Cambage. And it's just empty possession after empty possession for the Aces.
And not only is it tiring physically, but mentally to know that you're working so hard and not getting anything out of it and coming right back down on the other end and giving up basket after basket after basket.
Beautiful play, Powers to Hawkins. Tiana Hawkins has done a lot of things right today. Some of them still show up in the stat sheet, some of them don't, but this is the largest lead of the game. 18-point lead for the Mystics. Washington has made 8 of their last 9 shots from the field. Been on a strong run, and Ace is trying to find anything to work.
And a design play coming right out of the timeout and nothing going down for the Aces. A different matchup for the Aces. Now Ty Young is guarding Deladon.
Hawkins pestering Asia Wilson. Washington's three-point shooting, story of the game, but it's the story of their season.
Ariel Atkins starting really well, getting a shot from the corner, and then you have Elena Delle Donne doing what she does best, putting pressure on the team. Get that out of here. Liz Cambage coming from the weak side, sending that into the front row. Here she is. She beats Jackie Young, but Liz comes over all 6'8".
Strong pass right through traffic. Powers at the buzzer, no good.
Great defensive stop by the Aces.
Really?
And a little English off the backboard by the vet. Ty Young put some extra spin on it going to the left.
Hawkins.
The short closeout gives Washington a great look at the basket. Hawkins nails it.
For Hawkins, that's her first made three-pointer of this game. Delle Donne's hit 4 of them. Atkins has hit 3. Tolliver's hit 1. Hawkins having a day. 15 points for Hawkins.
And here on defense, you see when the Aces close out and make them run off the spot without the shot, they get hands on the ball, so they have to do it consistently.
Yeah, Ty Young with them passing it right through traffic when Washington plays those passing lanes.
Great defense by Washington. In transition, everybody's running through the middle. You won't be able to get that ball across the lane in transition. Jackie Young hasn't made a shot tonight. She's shied away from even looking at the basket, which is going to hurt her team because when she's open, she's got to take the shot.
Yeah, she's 0 for 6 to your point. Six seconds on the shot clock. Ty Young has the ball in. It just pops out now into Mystics. It just doesn't feel good. Doesn't look good, at least for the Aces.
The Mystics are having their way offensively and defensively with the Aces.
Mystics shooting 50% from the field, 50% from three-point, 100% from the free throw line. They're tied up and rebounding with the Aces. Got 4 players double-figure scoring as Washington. A'ja Wilson gets a piece of it. And the shot clock expires.
She did a better job of not going for that pump fake and jumping in the air like the players have been doing the entire night. Delle Donne is always going to keep herself grounded until she's able to shoot.
Jisoo.
And that's not a bad shot for her. Coach Lane Beer lets her practice that because he wants her to be able to pull up for that shot.
Oh boy. There's contact and then there's contact.
A'ja made it be known she was fighting to get there. Just ran straight through the screen.
A lot of hard work from A'ja Wilson today. Officials going to review it. We'll show you what the officials are taking a look at.
Just the raising of her arms, going into the body, but the lifting up of her arms when she ran through her. Trying to see if there's any contact to the neck or head. Looked like arm on arm contact.
Yeah. So this is exactly what the refs are looking at. They're seeing the same thing that you're seeing. So you can make your own determination without the pressure and judgment. How about that?
And then they'll come back and tell us what really happened.
Exactly. For Las Vegas, the game not looking the way that they envisioned, I'm sure, although Coach Lambier said during shoot-around today he knew it was going to be a very tough matchup. Washington looking so good. This is an Aces team coming off of 2 wins. So it had stayed a common foul. They reviewed it, see if it was going to be upgraded to flagrant. Exactly what you described, Rusha.
Yeah, just arm-on-arm contact. Very physical, but nothing above the shoulders. So A'ja will be stuck with a foul, and the Mystics will get the ball back.
Meanwhile, for the Mystics, an excellent showing yet again. They had a great game the other day against Los Angeles.
What the Aces were concerned with was the execution of the Mystic, and they have allowed them to do exactly what they want in this game.
The Mystics lead the lead in points with 84, assists with 21, and the most made three-pointers. They've showed us all those things today.
And Jackie Young finally to knock a shot down from 3.
Well, it's a little rough inside the Mandalay Bay Event Center for the Las Vegas Aces. The fans outside. Oh, it's a beautiful night on the Strip. Mystics led by Delle Donne, 27 points.
She's been able to create from every angle on the floor. Shooting a 3, up and under, off the bank. But A'ja Wilson came to play tonight also with 28 points, shooting 78.6%. Doing a lot for her team, but not getting much help.
Delle Donne again, leaving their feet. She's making everybody fly. You said it earlier.
The Aces have lost their composure, and Delle Donne has kept her. She's been consistent, and she's been aggressive on offense.
Mystics road trip will continue in Atlanta and Chicago. Then they're home for just 1 game, and then back here in Vegas and Los Angeles again.
She's done it all night. The pump fake, coming right back and getting squared up and nailing the shot. Incredible balance and smarts on the court by Elena Delle Donne.
Only 1 of 7 games played at home in this stretch. It's quite a good start for the Washington Mystics. Remember, they are without Emma Miesemann. When she comes back, she's going to add another defensive rebounder for this team. Not letting anybody take second chance. So talking with Coach Thibault about Miesemann's return. It's going to be a while still, but he's looking forward to having her. Petty for three. 52% from beyond the arc for the Washington Mystics. 10 made threes. It's what they do. We know that. But it can be devastating, especially when shots not falling on the other side.
And defensively for the Aces has been consistent. The short closeout has given the Washington Mystics open looks, and they have capitalized and knocked down great shots.
Atkins. Sydney Colson will take a shot. Rusha, you played in these games when it's this lopsided at the end of the game, you know, the composure needed. I mean, it's been a rough day for the Aces.
And right now in these last minutes, they have to figure out how to get some type of rhythm because it's not over. Lackluster play, not playing tough, allows for Washington to get a great steal in another possession where they score the basketball.
Washington headed towards yet another 100-point game if they can get it done. They already had 103 versus Chicago earlier this year. Swords at the line. Another fantastic showing for the Mystics. 13 of 13 from the free throw line, 10 of 20 from beyond the arc, and 52% from the field. 22 assists. This is a team that leads the WNBA in points, assists, and most made three-pointers, living up to the billing.
They've had that intensity both on offense and defense tonight, have the Washington Mystics. Hands in every passing lane. When the ball went inside, they collapsed. They took the right shots. They made even better shots. This Mystic team is to be contended with this year.
Second effort from Tamara Young. Well, these two teams will meet again right here in the Mandalay Bay Center July 5th. And it's part of this long stretch on the road, only 1 of 7 at home. A win for the Washington Mystics and a very well-played game. And on the other side of this break, we're going to hear from the star of the game, Elena Delle Donne. Let's make it two in a row on the road. Rusha Brown standing by with Elena Delle Donne.
Elena, 2 games in a row that you guys have been able to win on the road. What has helped you guys to be so consistent?
We really decided to lock in on our defense. Coach kind of had a meeting with us and was like, look, you guys know how to score the ball, but you're letting teams score way too easily. So the focus has been all defense.
And even on offense, they look to be a lot of fluidity with your team, and there's confidence. What is that coming from?
I mean, we just have really great shooters, really talented scorers. We trust in one another. We love each other on and off the court, so we're able to just flow with one another and trust each other.
And as a leader on this team, what do you foresee coming up with the next few games?
We just got to keep locking in defensively. If we do that, we keep ourselves in every game.
Great job.
Thank you.
Good game tonight.
Thanks.
They certainly did lock in defensively, but their offense was most impressive. A great performance by the Washington Mystics and Elena Deladon. So long from the Mandalay Bay Event Center. A successful start to the road trip for the Mystics. For Rusha Brown, I'm Anne Marie Anderson. So long from the house.